I just want to take a moment to have a conversation with you about a client I just worked with yesterday. And what happened was this client had pain in his body. He's around his 70s and he's got pain that goes right underneath his eye, all the way down to on the left side, left eye to the bridge of his mouth, and it's like a lightning strike. There's a particular name for it. I don't remember what it is at this time, but he's tried like pharmaceutical, like gabapentin. They're talking about doing surgery. He did all kinds of things, acupuncture, and none of it actually worked. And so many people are in the situation with pain. They don't know what it is. They don't understand what it is. So I will share with you on a high level of what pain is and really what to do about it. So there's a saying in the world that suffering is optional and pain is inevitable. So suffering is really resisting anything. If you resist anything, you're going to suffer as a human being. But pain is something that we do have to work with. We have to live with. Now, it shouldn't be an everyday thing. And of course, chronic pain is suffering. So, what is pain in a nutshell? Pain is your body's way of saying pay attention. Just like your car has a check engine light that goes off when you need to do some diagnostics and pay attention, so does your body. Your body does not speak English, it speaks in sensations. So, this is where it gets interesting is 100% of the time, for 100% of the people that experience pain, including myself, it's a part of us, whether it's our body that we're neglecting, or more technically, a younger part of us that has been abandoned, separated, neglected in the past. A younger part that's trying to communicate to the best that it can, signaling an emotional flare gun, which is physical pain. So this is exactly was the case when I worked with this gentleman yesterday. He was a little reluctant because a lot of people are defeated sometimes when they finally work with me or find me because they tried all these things, none of it works. They're really ready actually to receive, and we do some things that they've never done before, which is like asking specific questions about the pain in a way no one's ever done before, especially in the Western medical field. And then going back to educating him a little bit, that is a younger part of him that's trying to do its best to communicate. It's unresourceful, it's underdeveloped, it's only developed to the age that it was when he went through an experience that he didn't have the ability to fully process his nervous system, his mind. So anytime we don't have as a human being, the ability to fully process an event in our life, we psychologically and spiritually separate from ourselves. Don't be fooled by the age that people appear to be looking at, because why do people regress, especially around family? Why do people get in such certain situations? You ever had a friend, or are you the friend who you start playing games, you're playing Uno Flip, and you get really aggressive and you get competitive? Where does that come from? It's a younger part of you. Well, sometimes younger parts can come up as competition or jealousy or sadness, this and that. But sometimes when it's more traumatic, the younger parts communicate as a flare gun through pain. And to the degree that we don't pay attention, we will pay with more pain. Because pain is nothing more than our unconscious mind's way of saying, it's time to pay attention. We must pay attention. We need to drop everything else and take care of it. I even gave him a strategy at the end of our session because we did, in fact, get to the root cause of his pain. And anytime this kind of severe pain, that's chronic pain for a long time like this happens, nothing in the physical world for these problems are going to work because it's not physically rooted. Even if they would have taken the nerves out of his face, it would have came up at a different part of his body. So the only way to heal permanently this part is to go to where this part is within his unconscious mind, help release the trauma, the hurt that it no longer needs, and actually bring it to the present moment to reintegrate with the help of divine grace. And this is something I specialize in. This is what I do. People find me when they're ready to heal. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because if you or somebody you know that are in pain, they don't have to be, but they will always for the rest of their life be until they learn the deeper spiritual lesson that's where the pain's coming from. So the pain is the message. Who is the messenger? What part of you is sending this message? It's very deep. It's beyond your conscious mind. If you don't have it within your mind, the tools and training, like as what I have done, then you're not going to know how to do it. So you need to team up with somebody who can help you. That's what life is about. That's what evolution and growth and healing is all about. So I just want to send the message that if you are struggling or suffering or somebody is, you don't have to, but you do have to team up and you do have to get to the root cause. With someone like myself or one of my coaches can help. And once you do, you no longer need that pain because you're paying attention, you're communicating. The distance the part is from you and the amount of you ignore it, the younger emotional, spiritual part of you, then the pain will be greater. Whatever you resist persists, especially in this case. So I just wanted to share that message because this gentleman was pretty bad. He said he got to a point where if he had to live like this, that he wouldn't want to live like anymore. And you can just fill in the blanks with that, what that means. So people out there are struggling with pain. Pain can be incredible, but no pain is um, unfounded. No pain is haphazard. No pain is random ever. There's always a message. Sometimes it's don't touch the stove. Sometimes it's whatever, but it's always pay attention. Pain means pay attention inside now. Now is inside your body. That's what inside is, but now is the present moment. And that's where you begin to follow the pain, to acknowledge the pain, to accept the pain. I'm just going to read this to you really quickly. These are the steps that I guided him to do that might be helpful for you. So if you are in pain and you're feeling pain, step one is to stop everything that you are doing. If you don't, you're ignoring it. It's going to be worse. I'm true. The second thing is to say, I hear you. You're talking to the pain, but you're also talking to the part of you that's signaling the pain. You're actually listening. You're listening to the pain, actually. Number three is I'm listening to you. You say this out loud. You say this to the part. Number four is I'm sending the divine to you right now. And then you need to ask the divine presence. You need to have a relationship with the divine presence. But you need to ask the relationship with the divine presence. I need you to completely surround and go inside of the part of me that is calling out for attention now. So you do need to ask for this. The fifth one is you need to say out loud is, I'm doing my best. You're communicating to the younger you that you're doing everything in your ability to help this part to the best of your ability. And you can say number six is, I love you. This might be foreign for some of you to say I love you to yourself and actually mean it, especially the painful parts of you, especially the disconnected, the rejected, the separated parts. That's where we need to go with this. That's the only way it's going to heal. Number seven is please be patient with me. You're talking to yourself, you're talking to this younger part. Number eight, I will not abandon you ever again. If the pain arises and you don't listen, you don't get to it, it's going to happen more. The pain has to be greater to get your attention. There's no other way. And finally, number nine is I am teaching up to get, I'm teaming up. I am teaming up to get the help we need. So you need to team up with someone like myself. You need to team up with your higher self. And that is the overall strategy of you are the gatekeeper. You are the decision maker. You are what's in between, bringing the divine into the younger part that's disconnected in the present moment. So if you're interested in receiving help or you're interested in receiving the training to help other people, check out the description of this video and either schedule a time to meet with myself or Amanda, and we'll either help you directly or help you to receive the skills you need to help the people that you really care about in your life. So pain is optional if you receive the message. It's inevitable in our life, but the duration is completely up to you. So I hope this helps. I hope you're having a blessed day. Sending a lot of really divine blessings to the pain if you're in that right now or someone you know. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.